it just seemed being around your bench there was a different feeling. In July, you kind of knew you were going to blow that game. You probably don't want to hear that, but today you kind of felt like you were going to find a way.
I think that stuff is extremely powerful. I think over the last number of months this season, the guys just show up to work and they believe in each other, and they all want to be the reason that you win football games. That's as a professional athlete, that's what you want. So, I think defense wanted to go out there and end the game their way. Offense wanted to go out there and end the game on their terms. I thought our special teams played excellent tonight. So I think that our journey and our adversity, has led us to a point to where they're teammates and they believe in each other. So, I think everybody in their head is like, all right, we got to step up, and you always have that a little bit in your back of your head, but I think, to your point, when you look around the sidelines, it's guys are excited to go back out there and help their teammates win, and help be the reason that they win football games. And really proud of that mindset, that the belief in each other and playing for each other.
What was different offensively in the first 3 quarters and the fourth quarter?
Well, obviously, we had a couple score lead, so we're trying to use some clock a little bit. I got to make sure offensively, I don't get too conservative. The first down you can be a little bit that way, but we get into second and long situations. We got to make sure that we can convert. And hey, that's a good defense. They've been stellar all year. I think they've had some movement in their back end, and obviously some injuries up front, but that's a quality defense, and I give credit to them. They're a good football team, and obviously credit to our guys for going out there and finishing the way that we need to finish.
With Nathan, his second interception and the late completion to Butler that he took 44 yards deep into their end, to me had a lot of similarities. Guys were kind of grabbing at him, falling off him, and just kind of making a last-second throw. Even the one to Butler was a little bit out in front. Is that kind of what happens with great players? Like, you have to live with this to get that?
Well, I mean, I think when you play the quarterback position, interceptions are going to happen, and you're going to have those things. I think it's important that we just continue to communicate growth and what we need in those type of situations. The play to where we threw the interception. That's Nathan trying to make a play and get it out of his hand. When you look at the one, to Butler, and I'll have to rewatch it. I mean, he got all the way back to his fourth progression check down with Butler, right? So, he sees the field well. I'm sure Nathan's going to talk about, what he can do better there, but it's just growth. It's continuing, to understand each other and what winning, looks like down the stretch. Obviously, he made some fantastic plays in that drive as well. He took off on second and long, got us a first down, got down, kept the clock going. He outside of, a couple interceptions, he was fantastic.
Robert Carter Jr. Gets beaten early in the game by Alfer. He's in coverage on one of the touchdowns, but then in the fourth quarter, the 2 interceptions, especially that first one, were so huge for you guys in those moments. What can you say about his performance and how he was able to bounce back?
Yeah, I mean, he's been that way since training camp. You watch how he tracks the ball, how he trusts his speed, a fearless attitude. He'll run up and stop the run. He's really grown into a leader on that defense. His ball skills when the ball's in the air has been on display all year. And I think he has a confidence in the guys around him. So he's able to now, be the 1/12 of the other guys, and when the ball's in his vicinity, he's going to go make a play on it. So, fantastic job by him tonight, and the rest of the defense.
The last few weeks, we've talked a lot about vets. We've talked a lot about the new additions on the defensive line. Are we underrating just how good Jonah Tavai is, because we've been talking about all these other guys?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, he's a amazing teammate, individual. When you watch him work, it's impressive. He's what you want as a coach, and as a teammate to his guys. He the way he plays, he practices. What he means to our locker room is massive.
You guys get Javon Catoy back this week. It seemed like early in that game he was really the catalyst physically with the catches he was making. What can you say about him?
Yeah, he's a great football player, big part of what we do. It's good to have him back healthy. Strong hands, and he likes going over the middle, big catch radius, and also just what he does around the box too, and gives us some versatility in what he can do. You love that quarterbacks trust him, and put it in spots where you might not see it, but you trust he's going to make a play for you. And I think with all our receivers, that's kind of been a trend that they're starting to get more and more comfortable with each other, and the trust factor's there.
I know this isn't the end of the road, but clinching that playoff, or is that the first step on this? First step.
It's a step in the journey. I mean, it's a natural result. It's not our end goal. I told the guys, this can't be just a, bye week, where we go and completely remove ourselves from it. Take a couple days to get yourself ready and, mentally decompress, take care of your bodies physically. It's not, we don't circle, the playoffs on our calendar in the off season. It's just a natural step in the direction of where we want to get to.
And when you follow up a little bit of what you said, that fourth quarter, the way your team reacted, they scored twice, they were pressing, they could have tied the game. The way your team reacted, is that also a step in the journey to where you want to go?
Absolutely. And that's what you're, proud of as a coach, is how you finish, what's your mindset, and just, believing in each other that we're going to go out there and, finish the game on our terms. So, yeah, proud of the way the guys are starting to respond. And I thought we played, much cleaner tonight, extremely physical football game. So, we gotta get ready to go after this week and, keep building.